we journey into the art of responsible journalism. We meet the storytellers, the change makers, and the advocates who are working to change the way we report on disability.
Okay, my name is John Harrison, a student at Murang'a University in third year taking journalism and digital media, and I'm happy to be here today.
Harrison Mudhomi, a third year student in Murang'a University of Technology, pursuing journalism and digital studies, shares on the advantages of introducing a disability reporting unit in the institution, whereby he narrates on the importance of the unit and the impact it will have on their studies.
A unit which has been introduced to Murang'a University. I want to say that I'm so excited to learn that this will be among the units that we're going to do. It is an added advantage for the media student and all journalism student in Murang'a University.
Shares on the advantages of introducing a disability reporting unit in the institution.
Because disability reporting cannot be ignored, especially in the times that we are in. You will bear me witness that in these times we have people living with disability, and in every corporate, in every school, they are looking forward to introducing maybe some people to interpret the sign language and others to help people living with a disability.
He also added that more students will be able to know more about disability reporting and gain skills on how to report them to the society.
It's a good step that Murang'a University has taken in general, and especially the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, which have introduced this in order to help the student get to understand the matters to do with the people living with disability. Even as the journalists are getting to the field, they will have the necessary skills to aid the corporate into understanding these people, because they cannot be ignored. They are people like us, and they need the care, they need the love, and therefore this will help us into maneuvering well in the field. So as a media student, I'm so excited to learn this, and I can't wait to be introduced to this unit and score good marks in it, and as well get to help people living with a disability outside here. Thank you. Having stayed for some time, and most of the times with the people living with a disability, especially the deaf community, some of the challenges that these people are experiencing is most of us have not yet mastered the sign language. And yet for those who have done the sign language course, have not yet mastered the terms. And you know, in this side, terms are changing daily. Some other new terms are evolving daily. And by this, one need to be evolving with time. As time goes, you need to be more efficient and more convenient to the terms which are arising, so that you can be able to be conversant with the people. These people experience such challenges. Maybe some people have noted that they are not understanding what they are saying, and they tend to sign wrong things. You know, when you make a sign and you maybe like you're trying to mean something, that thing may not be correct according to them and according to how these things are signed. The other concerns are like these people, the way you're going to confront them, maybe even through the physical touch, and that means disrespect to them. Take for instance, when you want to talk to a sign language, maybe a person with this, someone who has hearing impairment, what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to rub them a shoulder. You're not expecting to maybe like beat them or maybe throw a stone to them. That sounds as disrespect to them. So these are some of the challenges that these people are experiencing. Some other challenges are maybe on bus stops and on the markets. They are meeting people daily who don't understand them, and you meet like there are many confusions which are happening. So I challenge us that as the corporate, we can at least get some time and get to learn skills to do with the sign language, so that we can understand things to do with the disability, and this is good for all of us to at least be able to help these people out anytime we meet them along the path.
yourself to the program on disability on Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
The first one is accessibility. We'll find that a child who maybe uses a wheelchair will not be able to access school. Maybe they are from very remote areas and they have a wheelchair, and even when they get to their classroom, the class is on top of the floor. So it's accessibility. And also still on accessibility, maybe someone is in the remote area. They don't even have that wheelchair. Their parents have to carry them on the back to school. For how long will you carry someone for 8 years? And they are growing, and even those parents are growing old, so accessibility is one of the biggest issues. And even when we talk about accessibility, we are saying accessible to the education. So if it is someone who is deaf and they are going to go to a class where people are not, where the lecturer or the teacher is not conversant with deaf language, learning is going to be a bit difficult. If it is someone who is blind and they are going to a class where there are no brailles, how are they going to write their notes? How are they going to read the books? So when we talk about inclusive education, where we want children with disabilities and those without disabilities in the same class, it becomes a bit difficult because lack of accessibility, lack of teachers who will understand, who are trained to use sign language and braille, lack of teachers who have negative attitudes towards children with disability, who don't understand they need maybe more time to be educated. We'll also lack of policies that maybe are supposed to be there to guide us. There's policies, but now even actioning on those policies becomes a big problem.
Now that we already have the challenges, how do these challenges impact the academic performance of these students if you compare them to students without disabilities and now the students with disabilities? How do you rate their performance?
So most of the time, that's why there is, I don't know what it's called, the name has just forgotten, but we'll be raising marks for children with disability. Like if it is a national school, they will say maybe a person with disability, a child with disability with 300 marks is supposed to go to a national school. So they try to standardize, because a person with disability or a child with disability will have problems even in finishing the curriculum. For example, even before they introduce sign language as the fourth language, children with disabilities used to do English, Kiswahili as a language. And you can even imagine children who are deaf, they don't know any Kiswahili language. They don't know mother tongue. The deaf, the Kenya Sign Language is in English. So you can imagine giving that student an assignment in Kiswahili. What are they going to score? And when we don't have enough lecturers or teachers who are conversant with deaf learners, with learners who are blind, and we just have a few, and we have a very big number, are they going to finish the curriculum in time? So those are the challenges that are there. And when those challenges are there, then the performance of a child with disability and that without disability, we cannot say they are supposed to be the same. But when maybe a child with disability is facilitated, they are taken to a school where we have teachers, where we have accessibility is no issue, where we don't have a bad attitude with the lecturers and the students and everyone. Children with disability are going to top an example of Godalin Kakuya, who was 2017 the top KCP student. It is because of the wholesome society. It is because of the support the child got from parents, from school, from the community and the society, and the accessibility.
Ian Gitonga is my good name. Human rights activist, a collection of experiences, paragon of virtue, a collection of the values that I uphold, as well as the books that I read. That's Ian.
Okay, thank you, Ian. So what's your view about disability?
Thank you so much. Disability is one of the things that we are living with in the present day world. It is one of the things that cannot really evade from the environment we're living in. And that being the case then implies that we have to come to par on how we accommodate the people that are disabled in one way or the other, because at the end of the day, they are our brothers, they are our sisters, and so for that reason now, we have to embrace them with a lot of love for them to feel part of the humanity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I understand there are some of the policies in line with disability. Can you tell us some of these policies?
Very well. Uh, in our country, Kenya, we have some of the policies that are enshrined in our constitution, that is the Kenyan Constitution, chapter 4, that's the Bill of Rights, categorically under the Article 54 of the Constitution. And allow me mention that we have a national board that really articulates matters of the people with disabilities, commonly referred to as the National Council for People with Disabilities, that is NCPWD, that was established in November 2004 through an Act of Parliament, that is the People with Disabilities Act 13 of 2003, that tries to encapsulate all that should be done for, or rather, all the advocacy rights for people with disabilities. And some of these policies now include that these people should be accorded all manner of dignity and respect. For these, it helps them to battle the issue of identity crisis with them. And secondly, they have to be accorded access to inclusive education. Inclusive education in the manner that they will feel part and parcel of the education system in Kenya.